This is Shelly, and this is part 2 of my super simple social media marketing strategy course. Okay, first and foremost, there are 5 critical things, items, steps, whatever you want to call them. There are 5 critical pieces of every single social media post. And I know that instantly that feels daunting. Like, how am I supposed to remember 5 things every single time I post? But first of all, maybe at some point you'll learn to batch create your content. Do it all on a Sunday, the first Sunday of the month, and then get it all out there for 30 days. At least in drafts, whatever it is. But regardless of batch content, you'll get used to this. It'll come natural after a while. There's going to be a learning curve, but at first, when you're first stepping into this world, I need you to remember these 5 things. It's super important, okay? Yes, this is super simple, but this is super important. So, okay, number 1. Does this post benefit your customer in some way? So whatever you're putting on social media, whether it's out there to inspire, educate, or entertain, whatever you put, does it benefit your customer? Now, I'm going to give you a little example of something not to do. So I just finished your website, right? Just created your website. And you're about to post on social media that you have a new website. So if you put a post out there that says, hey everybody, come and see my new website, I want you to think long and hard. Does that benefit your customer? Now, you could argue and say, my customers would like a website that's mobile friendly because the last one wasn't. Well, okay, in your caption, maybe you could write something like, you asked, we answered, we're now mobile friendly, right? Something like that, because that is a customer benefit. But just going out there and saying, hey, we have a new website. I'm going to tell you what, no one but your mom cares. No one but your mom cares that you have a new website. I mean, your customers do not care about your website. They care about the end product, the benefit, the results they're going to get from whatever it is you're selling, or, whatever your product is or your service is. So do not say, we got a new website, because that doesn't benefit your customer. Reword it so that there is a benefit for them. Like, go to our website and grab our free download, because it's our free gift for everyone who wants to come and see our new website in 7 days. Whatever it is, make sure there's a benefit to your customers. Okay, so that's step 1. Okay, the second critical piece of every post needs to be, is it targeted to the correct audience? And I say that because let's think. If you sell scissors, and they're for kids, scissors for kids, and your whole marketing is focused around crafting and scissors for kids, right? And then you go and put a post up that says, Happy Easter, everyone, from me and my great grandma in her nursing home. She's 96 today, and we wanted to say Happy Easter. That, number 1, does not benefit your customer, and number 2, does not reach your target audience. You're talking about your personal family in a business post that you're supposed to be talking to your target audience, which would likely be moms and dads, about parents, about the benefits of your scissors, buying them for their children. So that does not reach your target audience. If your target audience is more specifically homeschool moms, because this pair of scissors says home sweet homeschool on it, right? And so your target audience is literally homeschool moms, dads, parents, like getting nichered into the, regardless of what it is, you're targeting parents who have children, not families talking about other family members who have older family in a nursing home. Like, it just doesn't work. So stick to your target audience and remember them every time you post. Step 2. Okay, step 3, critical thing to remember is, does your post include, whether it's you talking to the camera in a video or your static post, does it include your keywords or key phrases in the caption, in your graphic, whatever? If I'm talking about these scissors and I'm wanting to specify the benefits of these scissors, my keywords are always going to be kid-friendly scissors or safe scissors or something, scissors for kids, whatever your tagline, your keywords are, your essential business key phrases are, those things always need to be in every single post. So step 3. Okay, step 4 is sometimes challenging because when you're posting on the fly and you're not scheduling your posts ahead of time, or you're not in a design program and you don't have templates or graphics that are branded to your company, it's going to cause an issue. If you're out at a vendor show and you want to post a video about a live video or some kind of a reel or pictures of the event that you're at during the time you're at, which is great to do, and you don't have access to a template, which would be the cover, which would be part of your branded colors, your scheme of your business, I'm going to tell you that it's bad. And there's ways around it, there's ways to fix it, and there's ways to get over that. But I'm going to tell you that when you post randomly or you post things that are not branded to your business, it looks lazy on the part of a business. And if I'm buying anything, if you're selling me a service or you're selling me a product, I don't want to buy it from a lazy individual. So you're an entrepreneur, I get it. You're a solopreneur, you wear a lot of hats. To a customer, it doesn't matter. They're not interested in the struggles you had last week or whatever affairs are going on in your life that are keeping you from posting properly. They want to see consistency and dedication to your branded business all the time, every time, because that instills trust in a customer. And your job is to keep the customers you have, but social media and other avenues are also meant to grab new customers. So every time you post, even though most times you have one target person who you just post to, and this is who I use as my, North Star per se, you always want to keep the future in mind, and you always want to remind yourself, look at this from a brand new customer's perspective. They don't know me, they don't know my brand, they don't know anything. They're just looking for some scissors. Are they going to buy from me or not? And it's all going to depend on whether or not they trust you. That's the bottom line. I mean, cost is a factor, yes, but if you want customers that are going to buy into your brand and stay with you for the long haul, because now you're going to come out with a 3-hole punch after your scissors, if they trust you and they buy into your brand, they're going to come back for the next thing you have to offer. So the point is, keep your new customers happy, keep your customers happy that you already have, retain new customers, and always look to the future for somebody who's never been on your page before. So what would they see? It's got to be branded. So a way around that is, somebody did this just the other day. So if I just created a website for you and you want to tell everybody about it, but you don't have any branded graphics or anything yet, they went right to their website and did a little snippet of like the homepage of their website, which has all their branded colors on it and their logo. And they posted that little snippet to announce the website. And I was like, well, that's perfect because it's branded to your company. So there's ways around it. If you're at a vendor show and you don't have anything like if you want to take pics, make sure that your first photo or when you start your reel, the first thing that people see is something with your logo or your company colors, because if you're at a show, then obviously you have your paraphernalia with you. So zoom in on something that's already branded to you and then go ahead with so that when it's in your feed, it looks branded. And that's the way around that. So that was step 4. Okay, last one, step 5. This is a pet peeve of mine. So the last step is, did you include your URL in your post? So if you have a website and you're using social media as an avenue to drive traffic to your website so that you can either sell products or services, posting on social media should always find a way to drive traffic back to your website. That's the entire purpose. So them landing on a pretty branded picture that has to do with nutrition, right? Say you're talking about the health benefits of broccoli, and you don't have a blog post written about it. It's just a post you created and you just want to tell people the 5 healthy benefits of broccoli, whatever it is. Tell them the 5 healthy benefits, put your nice little pretty branded graphic up there with your broccoli on it, and then put your URL in the post so that even if they don't click it, it doesn't go to a blog post, it just goes to your generic website, whatever. The World Wide Web, the internet, knows you've put your website address out into the world of the internet somewhere, right? If you don't, you're never going to get up there in Google. The internet won't know you're there unless you tell it you're there. So the more times you take your URL, your www dot, and put that anywhere on the internet, doesn't matter where you put it, social media or anything else, the more you put that on the internet, the more you'll rank, the more Google and Bing and all the search engines will now know your website is there. They like it when you put yourself out there. So post your URL every time, all the time, no matter what. I know on Insta, it doesn't make much sense to put your URL in, like TikTok, it doesn't make much sense to put your URL. If you're posting in Meta and you're scheduling your posts in advance, you can click the little button that says, Facebook only and put your URL. But otherwise, if you just don't have time, you don't think about it, put the URL anyway. No one in Instagram is going to care. They probably won't get down that far. Put a couple lines and go down farther. They'll just scroll by the photo, see the couple top words, and I'm going to see it. But regardless, put the URL every time, all the time. Don't post pictures of your products and tell people to come to your store without posting your URL. Because while you might have a brick and mortar store, it's always going to be super helpful when people aren't in the store if they can also shop online. That would be the point of you having an online store, is to help in the times when no one's at the store shopping, during slow season, whatever it is. So always put the URL. Even if the products you're selling in the store aren't on the website yet, who cares? There's still things for them to shop on the website. Put the URL so that you're telling the internet you have a store and it's up there. So that's step 5. Those are the 5 steps that you have to remember every single time you post. I know it seems like a lot. It's really not. We're going to break it down and it's going to be super simple. I promise.